Welcome to Food You. We're your hosts. I'm Christina.
And I'm Gabe, and it's almost Christmas time.
Yes.
And today we're going to make some holiday treats that you might enjoy at a party or gathering at your place, and some that maybe we've grown up with in our family, and we want to share them with you today.
Yep, good things to take to a party. There's a lot of potlucks, open houses, that kind of thing this time of year. And yeah, what Gabe said. So what are we making first?
First thing we're going to make are sausage balls, and the sausage that I'm using today is from Frank Corher's place in Landis, which I'm told is near China Grove. So we thank Brother Frank for this sausage that we use today.
And that's just right up the street from here, isn't it?
That's just right up the street from here, yes. So I guess we'll just get right into it.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So while Gabe's working on that sausage, we're also, in addition to the sausage balls, making my grandmother's cheese straws, which I grew up with at parties and different events.
And I'm making Butterscotch Haystacks, or as we call them at our house, Scotty Pups.
Scotty Pups?
Yes.
Where does that name come from?
Well, there's butterscotch chips in the recipe, and we just got silly with it, and somehow it turned into Scotty Pups.
That's cute.
Or reindeer food.
Nice. That's a cute name.
Thank
All right, so cheese straws, sausage balls, reindeer food, or Scotty Pups. And we're going to teach you how to make a perfect, easy apple cider for a holiday party. And then lastly, these cute little endive leaves stuffed with curry chicken salad. And that's it. So first, sausage balls.
All right, so I put my pound of sausage in the bowl here. And I'm going to take Bisquick. And I'm going to put 2 cups of Bisquick in with the sausage. Most of these things we're making today are pretty easy and can be made pretty quickly. 1 cup.
Now your dad usually makes these at Christmas time, is that right?
Yeah. 2 cups. All right. We're also going to need some cheese. 2 cups.
So 1 pound of sausage, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of cheese.
Very healthy. You can tell I'm sort of eyeballing it. Okay. Now, we also need a 1/4 cup of water, which I've put in this other bowl by mistake, but I'll just put it right back into that one. And now comes the fun part. You can involve the kids at this point, and the big kids too, to just mush everything up together. So I'm going to do that. And
Make sure you wash your hands.
Yeah, I washed them before.
Very good.
So the goal here, excuse me, the goal here is to get little balls. So we're going to incorporate everything. Some people like to put like cayenne pepper in here, maybe some chives to make it just suit their taste, but we're just going with the basic today. Now, Christina, what you could do for me is take some of that shortening and just give that pan a little thin cover of grease.
All right.
Where are you going?
To get a paper towel.
For what?
To apply the shortening with.
Okay.
I don't want to get it on my hand.
Shortening.
Shortening. Sounds good. Let's see. Just a real thin coat.
Yeah.
And while you're making those, what should the oven be preheating to?
350.
All right. Let's see. Just give this a light little smear. And if I don't have shortening on hand, would cooking spray work okay, or is it important to use the shortening?
I suppose cooking spray would work. I'm using the shortening because I need it for a different recipe, and it's all I have on hand right here.
That works.
But yeah, any kind of grease, cooking grease.
That sausage smells great.
All right, so we're going to make 1 big sausage ball. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. We're going to make little balls. And I'm just going to start putting them together.
Okay.
And putting them on the thing. And the oven has already been preheating. Have you ever heard the expression, you don't want to know how the sausage is made?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to know.
I don't want to know either, but it sure is good. Do you have anybody you want to give a shout out to, a holiday shout out?
I think I'm good. What about you?
I'd like to give a holiday shout out to my little cousin, Tori.
Oh, yeah.
Who I'm told likes to watch the show. Hey, Tori, don't be up too late watching food, do you?
She does. Her mom said she likes to lay in bed and watch it on her tablet.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had a tablet when I was little.
Oh, well, now you're big. You can get one.
Mm-hmm. The size of your sausage balls will depend on how big you want to make them. But I guess it would also depend on, it would affect the cooking time maybe, so I don't want to make them too big.
Yeah.
This is probably a little too big, actually. But they'll shrink a little bit when you cook them.
So you can tailor it to what you need. If you're going to a big party, you can make some smaller ones to make more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
I just used a regular sharp cheddar cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, how about we're going to finish up, or Gabe's going to finish up making these balls, and we're going to get them prepped to go in the oven and take a short break. And when we come back, we'll pop these in the oven and get started on our cheese straws.
What is Wingate? A thriving university nestled in a quiet community near Charlotte. Named 6th best value in the South by U.S. News & World Report. Leading the way in the health sciences with pharmacy, PA studies, and nursing. What is Wingate? Big enough to offer 22 NCAA sports. Small enough to attract the best and brightest in the world. What is Wingate? Wingate is you. Wingate University. Major in a great life.
Welcome back. We want to thank, as always, the Union County Agricultural Center and the demonstration kitchen here. We're always grateful to them for letting us use this space. And you can check us out on
Facebook under Wingate University Food U, or on YouTube on Wingate University's channel.
So I'm going to go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, and you're all ready to go, aren't you?
Yep, I'm going to put these sausage balls in the oven. Come with me. 350 for about 25 or 30 minutes. And we'll check on those later. All right.
Sounds good. So next up are cheese wafers that my grandma used to make when I was little. And we had them at every holiday and every event that she was doing, or open house or whatever. So it's super easy. It's 2 cups of flour, 2 sticks of butter, 1.5 cups of Rice Krispies, and some garlic powder, salt, and cayenne pepper for a little bit of a kick. And then, of course, a couple cups of sharp cheddar cheese. So much like you, this involves digging your hands in. So I'm going to take my 2 cups of flour and add the butter to it. And I've cut the butter into little pieces, and it's softened at room temperature to make it blend a little bit easier. So we've got that. And that's a pastry blender, and I like this one because it's got this little hook on it that helps clean it while you're using it. And sometimes I find it helpful to use that when I'm doing this, and sometimes I just dig my hands in and go for it. So we can give it a shot first. I'm going to save the Rice Krispies until last, but
Why?
because I don't want to mush them up completely while I'm blending all of this. And yeah, it'll just keep it a little crispier later. I like the crunch that it gives to it. So yeah, we're blending this, and that kind of cleans it off. And I think I'm just going to go for it with my hands here, kind of like you did with the sausage. And we're going to blend this up until it's incorporated, until you don't have flour sticking in the bowl anymore. Let's see.
Do you want to use this bowl?
I think I'm okay, but thank you. We're losing a little bit, but that's all right. Do you have a favorite holiday party food?
Probably sausage balls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, so I'm making a mess here, but that's okay. This is starting to come together. You can see, you can squeeze it, and it's kind of like cookie dough. It's soft. So now that that's blended, we'll add the 1.5 cups of Rice Krispies. And we'll blend that up again, and you can hear them crunching. I thought this was the weirdest thing when I was a little girl, putting cereal inside something savory like this, but it makes it really good. All right. Yeah, pardon my mess. So there we go. We have a nice ball of cheese mixture. Let me get my hands are rinsed, and if you want to help me make small balls out of these and put them on the plate.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pop this baking sheet over here, and what we're gonna do is make balls that are about 1 inch, and we're gonna put them on here, and then we're gonna flatten them with a fork in a minute. So grab a little bit, give it a roll, pop it on here. I'm gonna grab a fork real quick. And just so we can show you what we're talking about, after you make the ball, you take the fork and you push it this way, and push it that way, and push it this way, and push it that way, and it makes these little cute wafers. If you wanted to, you could also pat it out, the whole dough ball, and cut it into strips and have more like a cheese straw. You can do it either way. So we're gonna finish making these balls and take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll pop these in the oven with the sausage balls.
Your extraordinary future begins at Wingate University with more than 35 undergraduate majors and graduate and professional programs in the health sciences, business, and education. Wingate University's enrollment has mushroomed and construction has skyrocketed in the past 2 decades. And Wingate is the 6th best value in the South, according to U.S. News and World Report. Most importantly, Wingate graduates get jobs. They're working all over the Carolinas and the U.S. Major in a great life at Wingate University.
These are all ready to go. I'm gonna pop them in the oven with the sausage balls actually. They bake for about 17 to 18 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you just wanna keep an eye on them the last minute, make sure they're not burning on the bottom. So I'm gonna pop these in, and you're gonna get started on our haystacks.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to make a sweet treat now. And it has many names. It can be called reindeer food, haystacks, Scotty pups, or Scotchy pups. I've heard that one too. I don't know why. So, first thing we're going to do is use our butterscotch chips. I don't endorse any particular brand. This is just what I had at the food line in Marshville. Okay. So we're going to do a cup of these butterscotch chips. You want to holler at one of these?
Do I want a what?
Do you want a butterscotch chip?
Thank you, yes.
They're pretty good.
They are. When I was little, one of my favorite things to eat was butterscotch pudding. I don't know why. I had a teddy bear named Butterscotch, and I think that came from that. But
I think that's a good reason.
all right, so what are we going to do with these chips?
We're going to add more chips. Reese's peanut butter chips.
All right.
We're going to put in about 1/2 cup of these.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I like those better.
You know, you could just sit this out at a party and people could eat some of those chips. All right, so now we're going to put a tablespoon of the shortening that we used earlier.
All right.
So creamy, but I'm sure it's not good to eat.
It's so white.
Mm-hmm. like me. All right, put that in there.
It looks like ice cream.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying. It's so creamy. So now that I've got the chips in there and the shortening, I'm gonna melt all this together. Melt it down.
How are we gonna do that?
I'm gonna do it in the microwave.
All right.
So.
We're gonna take a quick break while we're working on the butterscotch chips, and we will be right back.
Planning your next step in life? Come complete your education in a dynamic, caring environment at Wingate University. Enrollment and construction have skyrocketed in the past 2 decades as students pursue challenging and rewarding degrees in fields like the health sciences, business, and education. U.S. News & World Report has named Wingate University the 6th best value in the South. Visit one of our 3 great campuses, Wingate, North Carolina, Hendersonville, or Charlotte, or check us out at wingate.edu. Major in a great life at Wingate University.
All right, so I got my melty stuff out of the microwave. Excuse me, it's hot.
Sure.
And I'm gonna stir all this together.
And that ended up taking about 2 minutes off and on.
Mm-hmm.
That smells so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So you want to stir it so it's smooth?
Yes, so that's what I'm trying to make happen here.
Okay.
And then as soon as that happens, I'm gonna put about 1.5 cups of noodles in there.
All right. The first time I had these, I had no idea it was chow mein noodles inside.
What do you think it was?
I had no idea. I don't know. That was so weird to me. But they're so good.
Mm. It smells good. I'm moaning like that because it smells so good. Mm. So we're gonna get them coated, get the noodles coated, and then I'm gonna move them out to this tray that's lined with wax paper. And what you do is you put them in the oven so they cool off.
The oven?
Ah, shoot, the refrigerator. I only have 1 cup of coffee today. Put them in the refrigerator so they set up, and then you eat them later.
Cool. I'm gonna bring this over here.
Okay, thank you. All right, here I come with the first one.
All right.
Excuse me. That's good. Mm.
So it's that easy. You just scoop them out.
Yeah, nobody has to know it's this easy. You tell them it was very difficult.
They smell so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like the big chunky ones with lots of sauce.
They look good. While Gabe's scooping this stuff out, I'm gonna get our ingredients out for our curry chicken salad.
Okay. One thing you want to make sure of when you're cooking during the holidays is that all of your smoke detectors have batteries that work, and just make sure that you're safe when you're cooking. We have a producer on the show who had some issues with smoke in her kitchen, and we just want to remind everybody to be safe.
All right, while Gabe's scooping these out, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna make curry chicken salad on Belgian Endive.
Merry Christmas.
What is Wingate? A thriving university nestled in a quiet community near Charlotte. Named 6th best value in the South by U.S. News & World Report. Leading the way in the health sciences with pharmacy, PA studies, and nursing. What is Wingate? Big enough to offer 22 NCAA sports. Small enough to attract the best and brightest in the world. What is Wingate? Wingate is you. Wingate University, major in a great life.
We're back, and as always, you can find us on TV, on YouTube, at the Wingate University channel, and on Facebook.
Yep.
Food You.
Wingate Food You.
Wingate Food You.
So you're all done with your little scotchy pups?
Nope.
No?
I mean, I'm done putting them together, but they're going to sit in the refrigerator and get firm.
Sounds good.
All right.
It should take about 30 minutes to an hour.
Here I go.
So those are going to chill in the fridge, and we're going to get started on our curry chicken salad. And what we're going to use with this is a rotisserie chicken that I actually cut up into pieces, and I still have a chicken breast here that I'm going to cut up to put in here. But you can get regular chicken breast and boil it and then shred it and chill it, or you can use canned chicken. And I just like the convenience of the rotisserie chicken because it has good flavor. It's already cooked. It's easy to pop in the fridge.
Pop it.
Pop it.
You love that word.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. You pop everything in here.
So anyways, we're gonna pop it in the fridge, or pop it in here, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're gonna cut it up, add it into here. You can just give it a rough chop. Use about 2 cups of chicken or 1 rotisserie chicken. Cut up is fine. So instead of mayonnaise like you get in your traditional chicken salad, I'm actually using plain Greek yogurt. It's a little lighter and it gives it a really good flavor with the curry. So I'm gonna add that, and we're using just 1 5/6 ounce cup, like your plain single serve cup that you find at the grocery store. And then to that, we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of curry powder. I think I might just unscrew the lid here. And we're using Madras curry powder. That's one of my favorite blends. But if you have a favorite one, you can certainly use that. They come in greens, different colors. And then, so to the chicken, the Greek yogurt, and the curry powder, we're gonna add mango ginger chutney. And that gives it a really good flavor. There's a few different kinds of mango chutney you can find at the store. One of them is Major Gray's, and that's really good as well. We're gonna do about 1/4 cup in here. And then we're gonna start to just stir this up. Super easy. And while I'm blending this, would you mind pouring in the slivered almonds? I like using almonds in here. You can also use cashews or walnuts. Sometimes I add some red grapes in here. Just depends on what I'm feeling like. And it's helpful to have somebody pouring it in while you're stirring so it's not all lumped up. That's perfect. And that's about 1 cup of almonds, and you can tailor that to your taste. It's not a specific requirement. So that's all blended up. And now, to serve these cute little guys.
And now.
We're gonna use something called Belgian Endive, and it's kind of like a little head of lettuce.
They're very soft.
They are. I hadn't seen them until a couple years ago, but they're one of my favorite things to serve with chicken salad. And what you do is you just peel them off, just like you do like romaine lettuce or iceberg lettuce.
Rebecca romaine lettuce.
And then you take the leaf. It looks like a little cup when you pull it off. And you just take some of your chicken salad and you spoon it into it. And you do this for all the little leaves, and then you can arrange it on a platter. What do you think?
I haven't tasted it yet. I just put it in my mouth.
What do you think?
I need a second.
What do you think? I'm just kidding.
I have to get it on my tongue so I can taste it.
Okay.
It's very good, but I like curry.
Yeah.
So I'm partial.
And can you tell it's yogurt, not mayonnaise?
Yes, and I like it. I don't like mayonnaise.
Okay. But it's not like a weird taste.
No, it's creamy.
It gives it the same creaminess without being that bad for you. So we're gonna finish scooping these little guys up, and we're gonna grab our sausage balls and cheese wafers
Which
out of the
smell
oven.
delicious.
Yes. And when we come back, we'll plate it all up and teach you how to make a simple, awesome apple cider to serve at your parties.
Your extraordinary future begins at Wingate University with more than 35 undergraduate majors and graduate and professional programs in the health sciences, business, and education. Wingate University's enrollment has mushroomed and construction has skyrocketed in the past 2 decades. And Wingate is the 6th best value in the South, according to U.S. News & World Report. Most importantly, Wingate graduates get jobs. They're working all over the Carolinas and the U.S. Major in a great life at Wingate University.
And we're back. We've got the cheese wafers out of the oven, and the sausage balls, they smell great. And the cheese wafers, they're just a little bit brown on the bottom. They're good. You want to let them sit on the cookie sheet for about 10 minutes to cool so that they firm up and they don't fall apart when you pull them off.
And we got the curry chicken salad here on the endive, lettuce, and then we had the butterscotch Scotty Pup reindeer food. And now you're going to make something else.
The perfect apple cider.
The perfect apple cider. That's a bold claim. It better be good. It's
super easy. So this is for 2 people. We'll put the recipe on our Facebook page so you can make it for a group or a couple people. But what it is 1 cup of apple cider and then an ounce of cinnamon syrup for every serving. And you can find this recipe for cinnamon syrup on our Facebook page. It's just sugar, water, vanilla, cinnamon, and it's awesome in apple cider. So I've already heated this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this in here first. So we're gonna put the cinnamon syrup into the apple juice, just plain apple juice. Works just fine. And we're just gonna give that a little stir. And you can tell it darkens it up with the cinnamon in it. Smells good. And then we're just gonna put a cinnamon stick in our glass and pour it on in here. And if you were having a party, something easy to do would be to put this in the crock pot on warm, and you could let it chill, or not chill, let it heat up all day. Yep. And then it would be ready when your guests come. And I like whipped cream on my apple cider. So you can make some, or you can get it out of a spray can. I think they do that at the coffee shops. It's my favorite thing. So you can do that, sprinkle some cinnamon on top. You're good to go. And we're ready for our party.
Let's party.
Sounds
like it's Christmas time.
Sounds good.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
From food you.
Yes.
To you. And before we go, we'd like to thank the Union County Agricultural Center again, and the Demonstration Kitchen, and the North Carolina Cooperative Extension. We're grateful to them for letting us use this space for the show.
Yes, and like we said, you can find these recipes and the extras on our Facebook page under Wingate University Food U.
Happy Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
And you can find all these episodes on YouTube as well on the Wingate University channel. So you ready to eat?
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas.